Well, the government is a very interesting customer of ours because they have a lot of very unique problems.
Right.
They have very large networks with many users, something like on the order of 15,000 networks with over 7 million endpoints in them. So from our standpoint, this is a big target that's under constant
Sure.
attack, and we need good tools for being able to protect it. So you have a network environment that looks like that. That's also extremely dynamic. You can have SATCOM networks that can be stood up and torn down within minutes or hours, and this presents challenges when we're deploying security technologies that are traditionally structured around the concept of static networks. If you look at many of the security vendors that are out there, they built their technologies around the idea of enterprises that are relatively static. Now we have virtualization and mobile happening now, which means even enterprise networks are becoming fairly dynamic, but nothing like what you see in government networks. So what we're doing is we're working on trying to solve the problems that they have today. We see a big problem with advanced malware, this malware that gets into environments and is very difficult to get out. We saw this with recently in the news, a UAV
Right.
command and control structure got infected with some viruses, and we saw this. One of the quotes I saw was saying, it keeps popping up. We keep trying to eliminate it, and it keeps coming back. That's the definition almost of advanced malware.
Yeah.
So we're coming up with tools to be able to combat that. We are leveraging big data. We are leveraging the cloud to be able to detect novel malware that's being introduced into environments, being able to trace the file trajectory of these pieces of malware so that we can actually get back to the root
Right.
cause of them and eliminate them throughout the environment. We can also see their communication structure by monitoring the network environment. So we are working on that. We also have our next generation intrusion prevention and firewalling technologies, which are aware of the networks that they're embedded within and are capable of seeing change in those environments in real time, and then taking that information and turning it into real-time defense of the network environment.
Yeah, terrific. I guess it's with all these emerging technologies, staying proactive and out in front of them becomes a big challenge.
It definitely is. With the ways that the attackers operate these days, they are very dynamic, they are very motivated, and quite frankly, they're very well funded,
Right.
which means that we all have a very large problem to solve, and especially when we have expectations on the part of our employees or our users of our network environments who, you're deployed in the field and you want to use Facebook to stay in touch with your family. Well, I need to be able to control the applications that are being used effectively in order to maintain operational security. If I upload a picture that's tagged with geospatial data that says right where that Humvee is, that's not a good thing. So I need to be able to control those sorts of things. I need to also be able to control the flow of information for things if someone is injured or killed, so that
Right.
the family is informed before the rest of the world knows, things like that. So having a very fine application control is very important as well, and that's another thing that Sourcefire has been working on.
Yeah.